Okay, hey ladies, I've sketched out my manatee and I'm going to do wet on wet. I'm going to start with my water and wetting my paper. I'm going to push this down so y'all can see. And I'm going to start with my background first. And my paint's ready. I'm using a little French ultramarine. And I'm going to water that down pretty good. I know Christine was wanting to try some glazing. So I'm just going to spread that around, kind of dab it a little bit and get a little bit of color. I'm using a lot of water today with this, trying to make it as fluid as possible. I'm even moving the water and the paint pigment around. All right. I'm going to have to let that dry. I'm afraid to lift it up because the paint's going to run. I'm going to dab a little bit of this. And then I might come back in with a darker blue later on this area. And for now, I'm going to start on the manatee, which you should have in an uploaded image in an email. So, all right. So some of that same blue is around the top part of the manatee. I think I'm going to have to use my smaller brush. I'm getting my largest that I have of my fine tipped brushes. And I'm just going to go over those lines that I've made. And of course, if you would prefer to free paint it, it's your painting. I'm just going around those lines that I've drawn to go ahead and give me a little bit of an outline. And if it's too wet, just dab it with your paper towel. You know, oftentimes I get the paint on the paper and it doesn't move the way I want it to, and it's because I don't have enough water on my brush. And I still have wet paint on the paper. This area under his belly or her belly is going to be a little bit darker, and I'll go back in and do that later. Okay. So I've got a good start here. Okay, now I'm going to have to make some decisions on pigment that I want to use. He has um, he's lighter up here at the top. There's some blue in this area, some green here, blues, greens, um, some goldish yellow colors. So maybe I'll go ahead and add some of that yellow area. I'm trying to soften these lines a little bit. Okay, I don't have the blues that I need, so I'm gonna add, I need to find my watercolor tubes and not my kit. Okay. So a little planning ahead of time saves So I've got cobalt blue. I've got a medium vert green. I've got my burnt umber and sap green. I've got a darker blue, Prussian blue. I think I'm going to use the yellow ochre in here. A little bit of brown, little yellow ochre, some sap green, burnt umber, medium green, cobalt, and Prussian. And I can't find my big white tube of white. There it is. I've got my other larger tubes. All right, I may end up using these as well. We shall see. Really need red. All right. I'm going to compare this Prussian blue, which is a little more, it looks periwinkle maybe. No, it's actually the color that I need for the other blue. So just remember to get those dollops and bumps out of your paint and get a lot of water in there. You can always wipe it away if it's not going where you want it to go. I don't like what's happening. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and get my green on here. Try a little bit of this burnt umber. And I'm only going to get so far on this because I'm going to need to set it aside and let it dry. And then I'll come back over and add some layers to it. And I'm not really seeing brown anywhere else. Maybe a hair up near his snout. And a little bit maybe up in here. Okay. I'm going to add some white to these blues to lighten them up. Ooh, did not mean to use that much. It's almost like a bluish gray that's on the top of his body or her body. I'm going to just mix a little overlap over that brown. Always leaving a little bit of white. I'll probably come back over these lines again. These contour lines that are making the little fat rolls on him or her, it. That's turning out nice. Again, I'm going to go over that little brown area with that blue and white that I used. And I will need to come back up here and go over these lines. But he's looking pretty good. I'm happy with him so far. I'm going to try to fill in the rest of the color that I have. I need to figure out, let's see if this blue will work. Right, this is cerulean. Maybe that'll work for the darker areas of his legs and underbelly. See how that compares to the Prussian and the Prussian cobalt, and I can't remember my other color, ultramarine. All right, so let's see how this, still a little dark. Light. I'm gonna mix some brown in with it and see if that'll, yeah, that's getting the dark that I want. So I've mixed two different blues in with the brown to get a darker tone. And I'm going to pull a little white into that too. And I'm going to try to get some of this shading down here. It might be too dark. That's all right. Definitely under here. May have to just come back over that with some blue. Just taking those dark colors that I just mixed and adding these lines here over the pencil marks. And these are called contour lines. I'm going to try to spread this green out a little bit. May need to add a little bit more to mute it. Pull a little bit of white in with it. And this is the thing that I love about the tubes is you can just really, oh yeah, that's a much better. You can really mix well with the tubes. And pull some more of that yellow in. Maybe mix it with a little bit of the white. A little green. Too much green. All right, and I'm going to stop for now. I will return to this. So I will go ahead and upload this for y'all to start working on. And I'll start another image. I'll try to do one more today and try to do another one tomorrow, maybe two tomorrow, maybe two on Sunday, so we can get through the sea creatures, and then I'll start the flowers. But y'all are welcome to try working on any of this you want at home. It was lovely seeing you all today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care.